What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and as you guys have probably noticed, you have the new Primal Lord, the Plague Creeper, being activated on most servers that started the season on day one. So it's kind of a weird one because it's like you can't actually just like click it. A lot of times you're gonna have to manually go to the tunnel system here. So make sure you guys are doing that. You do need to make sure you have searched some of the tunnels. You can see right there we even have some enemies that we never beat on our own account. This is where he is going to be located in case you ever get confused or anything. It kind of put it on the mini map up here too, like you can see he's there, but you are going to have to path to it for the first time. He's just right up here. You probably already even have like the waypoint for it and everything. You just have to guide yourself there. And we're going to show you guys a couple different teams today. Now, this is a very interesting boss, like very, very interesting here. Let's just jump into his actual skill set here as well. Take a look at the tips. So this enemy is unique. He shakes his body, launching a total of 8 mud bombs. Each one does damage to a random target and adjacent ally. So you want to try to maybe have a little spread on your team here. We also have a noxious gas that's going to go across the entire battlefield, dealing damage. We're going to need some AoE damage, and this is where it's kind of really important. So intermittent spit is kind of one of the key features or key abilities of this hero. He spits 3 large whatevers. The Plague Creeper loses HP from his initial attack. When these creeper things are defeated, each one will split into 2 more, and these will then split into 2 more. So you're gonna need some good AoE on this fight, and luckily there are a couple different options here today. You can see here they have recommended heroes. Some of these heroes are actually kind of good. So what I want to say is, if you've invested in Hypogeans and Celestials like I have, these heroes are actually, well, I should say Taylene is going to work out. Now, it really depends on what you've done with your faction talents here. You can see here, I went like way all in on our Celestial and Hypogean, so I have everything unlocked in it. This is most likely going to perform better. I'm also going to show you guys a lesser kind of known Lightbearer team that I think is probably one of the most powerful teams out there right now. It's super strong, and I think Bacillus or whatever his name, I think Bacillus is the one that's responsible for that one. I'm going to show you guys what you can do, because again, remember, you can reset these, I think, every day for free, but not like permanently. What we're going to do is we're going to show you guys a more traditional team for what my account to do, especially since I have these heroes at plus 25. We're going to be using like a Taylene and Lily May combo with Freesto and all those types heroes. The only thing that I don't have like raised up too high is Mikola. I don't think it's going to be an issue, and honestly, all of these strategies at this point are essentially requiring you to have the elite quality bonus. You need to have 3 of these. Luckily, you can craft them now. You can't craft the more higher tier ones. You can craft the lower tier. So if for some reason you haven't gotten on Lily May, you haven't gotten on Taylene for this team, you can do it. Sadly though, I don't have enough resources. I was like, oh, I can just craft this. No, I can't, because I've turned it into red essence already. We could have had the higher tier version on Lily May, which is a little bit better. Not a ton, but it would be 3% additional damage, which is quite a bit. So I'm going to show you guys my team here that I'm going to showcase, and I'm going to show you guys what you can also use. So for this team right here, it's a really weird angle. Like, this is the flattest angle we've had on a boss before, but essentially the key component here is going to be the very traditional swapping with Reinir. Of course, that's going to give her tons of healing. That's going to be really good. And then beyond that, we're going to go with a couple of other really strong heroes. Lily May is going to go back in this back corner, and the other damage dealer is going to be up front with Freesto. Mikola is going to be back here, and then you'll notice the second we put Freesto into this team, we are going to be getting something that looks like this. So this is kind of what I think is going to be best. And again, most of these strategies are going to have to do with the 2 tile combos that we got going on here. Remember, we have the light and the dark one here. Dark one I don't know necessarily is as important, I'd say. But this is going to be the setup we're going to use. So the other thing is we are going to use our level 19 resonant spell, which is pretty traditional. Let's jump in. Let's see what our damage looks like here today. And then we're going to try to see if we can make the other team that's more quote unquote better, I guess, to see what the damage actually looks like. So you can go Celestial Hypogen, or you can go for a Lightbearer team. Those seem to be by far the best strategies. And you can see right here, Taylene is the one taking care of business, getting rid of all those little summons very, very quickly. And then we can move on to doing some more single target damage with Lily May. So every one of these teams is going to have some sort of AoE damage on it because it's just a must have in these situations. This is a little suboptimal though. The timing of when Taylene uses her ultimate is important because you see right here, she's not hitting anybody. She needs to teleport to the back to reset her position. If her ultimate is hitting one target, then she's fine. If she's hitting 0 targets, that's when she'll stop casting her ultimate. She'll move to a different spot and then continue. But I mean, our damage is okay. 4.7, not that great. I feel like we should be in like the 5-ish range normally. See right there, that got us rank 22 in our district. So while it's good, it can definitely be better. So if we take a look at our rankings here, usually I'm in like the top 20-ish range. Yeah, you can see some people doing absolutely crazy damage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tweak our account and we're gonna go for the more traditional style teams. So in order to do that, we are going to have to reset our effects here. We're gonna have to get rid of all of this. So luckily, you can see what you can get rid of. Confirm, yes. After resetting, another free attempt will not be available for 7 days. Continue with the reset. If you really want to push this, this is going to be important to do. You're going to want to do this reset. We got it done. You'll notice it resets everything down here. So essentially, you're going to have to go through, you're going to have to reactivate everything. I'm just going to take this one to plus 20. In reality, you only need to take it to plus 17 because when you get to the tier 2, you can go a different path. So just keep that in mind. We're going to do this here. There are some other strategies as well that I may or may not show you guys right here. They are Wilder centric, so just remember that's kind of an important one there. Just get all these points up. We need to come up with a total of 40 points in order to go to the tier 2 talents, which is very, very important for this strategy. So we'll do that. Come back over, we'll get our Celestial and Hypogen one done too, because again, that is just very important to have for us on our account because we use them in so many different game modes. These faction talents are kind of cool. I wish it would have been a little bit more of a branching tree, to be honest. I feel like it's a little bit too linear, but you know, it is what it is. So let's do this, and I'll go ahead and invest the rest of the stuff later on. I'm just getting all of these trees, the 4 out of the 5 trees, up to the correct level. There we go. Now just remember, if you do make any mistakes, I may have cut a mistake out of this video itself. I love being transparent. Yes, your free one is every single week. However, you can eat up these little talent reshaper tickets anytime to refund them. But this is basically what you need to do. You need to be in the Lightbearer side. You need to go down the left side here, going all the way down the left side. We're going to go here, here, here. And again, the most important talent that we need to talk about is the dual talent one, this one right here. Now we are going to go across to the right side as well, because why not at this point? We're going to probably refund our talents eventually anyway. Besides that, we don't really care. That is the most important part. Now, number 2 is we want to make sure this artifact right here, the Tide Call spell, is going to be one that is very, very important. Now, sadly, we can't get it to plus 20 because it's just not possible yet, but this is kind of very similar to the non-season Star Shard spell, so just keep that in mind. Basically, after allied heroes cast their ultimates a total of 5 times, evokes its tidal strength, striking all enemies, dealing magic damage, and then inflicting soaked on them for 4 seconds. During those 4 seconds, they take enemies deal 30% less damage and will take 25% additional damage. So that is really, really key. Don't have it completely maxed out. I wish there was a way to reset them. And honestly, something I'm going to do, because you're going to notice later here today as well, we're going to be talking about Korin even more. Korin is making an extremely good comeback. And on top of that, we actually managed to get his epic quality set, which is just amazing. I'm going to go ahead and finally just enhance him up to plus 15. It's been forever since I've done it. He's paying dividends right now. And again, if you really want to see what Korin can do a little bit later today, I will show you. But yeah, we got him all the way up, getting his max true damage. He is now a 4-star. So let's show you guys the team. Let's jump in. Let's do another attempt right here. Again, this team was actually found out by Beckless. I can't remember. I don't know how to say his name. I do apologize. But this is going to be a much better, I guess you'd say, budget team. And oddly enough has Alsa in it as well. Alsa's kind of cool. She gets like the extra energy and everything. She's going to be spamming a ton of ultimates. We are going to have Smokey here. Smokey, again, with his magic charms, is going to give damage reduction and energy on hit to the front target. We are going to run a Merrily in the front. Yes, we're even running Merrily, someone that we don't normally do. And our big damage dealer is going to be Korin back in the corner here. And last but certainly not least, where are you? It's a hero I rarely use anymore, but Rowan is going to be here for activating this bonus. And again, once again, we need Tide Call to be the spell. Now, this should be the best team you can possibly craft. But again, having plus 17 here is going to be very important for the new faction talents, because that's where he's really going to pop off. Recovers 100 energy every time the prime carrier or assist defeats an enemy. That doesn't really play much of a role, but increases the ultimate damage for the prime carrier and their shadow, because you're making a shadow. This is going to be very, very powerful. So watch how this plays out. This gets pretty nutty here. So we're going for that damage boost. We have AoE with Korin. We kind of have some AoE with Merrily as well. Alsa does have some occasionally, but again, Alsa's kind of here because we want to supercharge this Tide Call spell. We want this to be up as much as possible, and that's another reason why we're using Rowan. We're trying to get as many ultimates off, so getting this wave to have 100% uptime is kind of key, because remember, this debuff only lasts 4 seconds, and if you can keep it active almost the whole fight, so 57, and then we get the next one off at 54. Then the next one gets off at 49. It's almost 100% uptime, which is pretty key for this fight here. Now, again, Korin can do some really good AoE when he's doing his ultimate too, which is really, really big. You see right there, he did some solid ultimate AoE damage. The first wave of ads is kind of helped with the Smokey ultimate if you do have him at Mythic Plus. Survivability doesn't seem like too big of an issue. We're at 3.4. We got to see if our team is strong enough. A lot of these players that have this team going do have like Paragon 4 Korin, so I don't know if that's necessarily needed. It does look like our team is going to do more damage than our previous one right there. Yeah, we're already up to 4.8, 4.9. We're going to get over 5 billion damage, which is huge. And it looks like we're just going to keep going up even higher now that we got Korin leveled up a little bit. 5.5 billion, maybe 6? Maybe 6 at the last second. Oh, so close to 6 billion. So yeah, this team is so much better, putting us all the way up to rank 10. And again, most of these heroes here are just for either synergy or something like that. The only thing I wonder is if you could potentially swap out like Merrily for something different, because I don't know how much he's doing. I wonder if Merrily's typically used in this because... Oh wait, what does her season charms actually do? In our situation, where we can't craft the charms, it might actually be better. And don't forget, oh, I totally forgot about that. We need to swap Korin into here, and we need to make sure Korin is the highest level hero on our account. Getting him as high up as possible is going to be very, very good for us. We're just going to invest everything in him. Looks like we're capped out now. Okay. Man, I would be tempted to actually take him even further up, but I don't have the resources right now to do it, so sadly that's not going to happen. Let me take a look real quick, because the only hero I don't know what the purpose of having in this lineup is Merrily, and I'm wondering if she has one of those damage bonus charms. No, not really. So I wonder if you could maybe substitute someone else into this team. I kind of want to try to see if maybe a Cassidy could fit in, because again, she restores tons of energy to herself, which means more ultimates. I'm kind of intrigued. Let's give it a try. I don't know if they've tried this out. And the reason why we have to go with someone from Lightbearer is because we need someone to activate the faction bonus. I think that looks good. Let's see what it looks like with Cassidy instead of Merrily. It could be better. It could be worse. Sadly, the positioning here, we're not putting her little bubbles aura thing. We're putting on a Smokey and not the Korin, which I guess we could adjust her position and put her a little further back. I don't know if that would mess things up. That would probably be a better situation. I just don't know if she does enough damage compared to Merrily for the ads phase right here. This first one goes down so quickly, so stinking quickly. And she does have really good AoE damage too. And of course, she's going to potentially get more ultimates off, I think, than Merrily. So this could work out and be better. Let's see what our final damage numbers look like. We have to go through one more ad phase here. But this right here seems to be the way to go. This is what like the highest damage dealing teams are using. I think they're in like the 9 billion damage range. But again, remember, that means their whole team is like Paragon 4. They probably have plus 25 on like every single hero that they're using on their exclusive. Just some craziness. All right, now it's time. Last 20 seconds is where the big damage comes in on the boss right here. Let's see if we can ramp it up really quickly. Hopefully we can. 4 billion. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 5 billion. No, it kind of seems worse. I don't know. Well, it's gonna come down to the wire. 5.5, 4.6, 5.7. I think that was worse, right? I don't think that was as good. Yeah. 6.1 is still the better one. So having the Merrily in there does seem worthwhile. But hey, that literally took us from being like top 20 something, 25 to top 10. If you guys want more information as the week goes on, stay tuned. We're gonna have more stuff going on in Plague Creeper. If you want to see how good Korin actually is right now, he's making a huge comeback. Video later on today, and I'll see you guys next time.